And seriously, as soon as I started doing these things, my income started to increase. And it wasn't from hustling and trying to find more sources of income. They fell into my lap.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're brand new, hi, my name's Lucy, and on this channel we share all kinds of things about personal development, spirituality, and how to become the best version of you. I'm so excited about this video. Are you guys ready? I don't know if you are. You better sit down, grab yourself a drink, because look at this incredibly special guest that we have on the channel today. Introducing to you all, Annie Bardonsky. Say hello, Annie.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So, those of you who may not have heard of Annie before, I'm sure many of you have, because she is a huge law of attraction and personal development YouTuber. She's got almost 500,000 subscribers now. So she's actually been one of my big inspirations since before I started my own YouTube channel. I was watching your videos, Annie, long before I started mine. So a big thank you to you. And Annie's also a certified life coach based in LA. And I'm so interested in what she's going to be sharing with us today, because she's going to be giving us all the details on how she manifested her dream apartment using some manifestation techniques and stuff like that. So I'm so excited because we've never shared anything like this on my channel before. So can't wait. Just tell us about it, Annie. How did it happen?
Well, maybe I should start out by giving the recap of where I was before. Because I know people can look at my life now and be like, okay, whatever, that's just her life. She probably grew up and this was just all handed to her. But that is not the case. When I moved to LA, I had $1,000 in my bank account saved up. That was like, ooh, I have money. I have $1,000 to move to LA. But then I moved here and just went through a lot of years of hardship and a toxic relationship, really toxic friendships. I was super broke, like I'm talking $10 an hour babysitting. That was my main source of income. I was barely paying the bills. And yeah, I just got to this point where I was in bed depressed for like 3 weeks straight. I mean, that was a lot of anxiety and depression, but this was like my big stretch of I can't get out of bed. I'm drinking wine all day and night because I'm so overwhelmed with my life. And then I had a friend who handed me, or they mailed me, some personal development books, and they're like, maybe you should try this out. And I had never read personal development books. That was not in my radar. I was like pretty much taught that life just happens to you, things aren't fair, like you can't really do anything about it. But I started reading these books and they were amazing, and they introduced me to a lot of law of attraction and manifestation concepts like scripting and visualization and meditation and all of these things. And again, I was so miserable that I'm like, I'm willing to try this because this is not how my life is supposed to be right now. Like when I was a little girl, I did not envision being with an alcoholic and depressed and broke and living this life where I'm just miserable every single day, like anxious every single day, all day long. So I started slowly using these techniques and my life started to switch and change. And it was about, the time frame was quick but slow at the same time. Like in a matter of just a couple of years, I went from that place of being completely broke and broken and depressed to making 6 figures and moving into my dream apartment.
Wow, that's some huge growth. Congratulations, really, first of all. I mean, that's so inspiring.
Thank you. So just wanted to put that out there first and foremost. But yeah, as far as actually what I did to get to this place for all of that transition to happen, it started with scripting. And just so you guys know, we're doing a video on my channel and Lucy's going to go over her scripting technique, so make sure to check that out. But I did a lot of scripting on what I wanted my next level, there's my cat, what I wanted my next level life to look like. And I would write about what my mornings in my dream apartment would look like. Like, I wake up and Louise, I wake up. She's just adding sound effects for us because she's celebrating this life because she lived in my old life with me. So now she's like, yay, we manifested this.
You actually manifested your cat, right?
Yeah, I literally manifested Louise. I would visualize her, and I made this side story, I made an Instagram that said OMG's Louise, and I put a picture of a white cat. And I had that for like a year. I had it a year before finding her, and I had her on my vision board as well. Wow. Oh yeah. So along with scripting, going a little out of order, I did start out by making a vision board. Like, that was huge. I have vision boards that I make every single year. And on my first vision board, I had Louise. And then I put, you know, a luxury apartment on my vision board. And then I started scripting about it, what mornings here would look like. And so I'd write that I wake up and I just feel this amazing energy, and I get my coffee and I go down to the pool and I bring my journal and I do my scripting by the pool and I visualize, and I would just write out what my morning would look like. So that's where the vision started. On top of that, speaking of vision, at least several times a week I would do visualizations. I don't know if that's something that you do, but that was a huge part of my manifestation process, just really visualizing. And I know some people visualize and they feel like this lack, like, oh, I don't have it, I want it. But when I would visualize, I would put myself there so vividly and try to bring in all my senses that it's like I was living it, and it just felt so expansive. And I truly believe to manifest, it's in your feelings more than, I mean, I don't want to say more than anything, but that's a huge thing. It's not just thinking and visualizing and writing, but it's like in your feeling that way now. So I would visualize so vividly that I would feel it, like I'd feel excited about it, like I already had it. So those were two massive tools, scripting, visualization. Did them, I don't want to say daily, but multiple times a week. Not from a place of lack. I do recommend everyone check their energy. Like, am I doing these, am I scripting and visualizing out of a place of like, I'm striving, I need it? Or is this super just fun and expansive and exciting for you? That's a huge piece of it. One thing that I need to add in here, another step that I took to manifest, before I had the money for it, I took action. And this doesn't mean hustle action. I put myself in the environment. I started touring these luxury apartments before I could afford it. And again, I didn't go in there with the energy of, oh my gosh, I can never do this, but oh my gosh, people do this. This is the life of all of these people. These people can do it. This means that I can do it. The fact that anyone has done anything before you, don't be like jealous over that, but look at that as a sign of, if someone else can do it, that's 100% a sign that you are capable of it as well. So I just started touring these beautiful luxury apartments and getting so excited and in the energy, like really stepping into it. And so doing those things, scripting, visualizing, touring these luxury apartments, getting my vibration, like raising my vibration, really getting in the energy of it, I started attracting money. And of course, in my visualizations and my scripting, I would add that in, like, I make $10,000 a month. That was a part of it.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
That video of yours.
Yeah, and seriously, as soon as I started doing these things, my income started to increase. And it wasn't from hustling and trying to find more sources of income. They fell into my lap. I would have videos that would take off. I would get random opportunities. People would just email me. And some of these things were like things that I put on my vision board. Like one of the years leading up to me getting my apartment, I put that I wanted to be invited to VidCon, which is a YouTube conference. And like in that time frame of increasing my income and looking at luxury apartments, someone who was doing a booth at VidCon invited me to come as a paid speaker. And I'm like, that manifested off of my vision board without me even seeking it out. And yeah, things just started happening and my income increased, and it got to the point where I found this apartment building, this exact one, and I toured it. And again, I didn't have the money at that point, but I toured it and I was like, this is the one. This is the one. So then I altered my scripting and my visualizations to match this exact place. Yeah, because I knew what it looked like, and I would take myself through my visualizations. And from that point, me finding this apartment to me actually moving in, that was about a 3-month span. And I want to say I didn't move here with a ton of money coming in each month. It was like I was making just enough to like, okay, I can afford rent and I think I can afford everything else, like with my bills and food, but it wasn't like I just had it sitting in the bank like, okay, I'm ready, this is effortless. No, it took a leap of faith. But my AdSense, you know, my YouTube AdSense, I was like, as soon as my YouTube AdSense hits the point where my AdSense can pay the rent here, that is going to be my sign that I can move in here. And it did. And then I did. And then my income continued to increase, and I've been supported ever since.
Ever since. That's incredible.
I'm a hand talker, by the way.
Oh yes, me too. They're used to it here. Your channel is flooded with success stories. You know, you're not just somebody talking about the theoretical techniques. I think, and that's probably, it's like a positive cycle, I guess, because you make YouTube videos that take off, but then also when you have more success, then you can talk about that success, and then that creates another video which takes off even more, which allows you to have more success. So that's awesome. And everything that you shared about scripting definitely inspired the scripting. And this is maybe an important thing that we can talk about next, because your scripting method and technique that you talk about widely on your channel and that helped you manifest your dream apartment is actually slightly different in practice, but obviously the concept of what it's going to do for you is going to be the same, right? Like, this is something important that I emphasize, is that some people ask me, what's the best manifestation technique? Which is the law of attraction method that's going to help me get it the fastest? And it's actually not about the technique, it's about the vibration that it helps you to tap into, whether that's a vision board, whether it's kind of like your type of scripting where you're almost role playing, or like going into a fantasy while you're writing and being there now, or the kind of scripting letter that I have had success with is writing out a gratitude letter. Like, these are all the things that I've ticked off already. Thank you so much, universe. So they all have the same common thing, right? And that's what I learned from you originally, is that you're not just writing it, you're not just going through the motions, you're allowing the technique to evoke that feeling for you.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why I always say it's not even about the things or the tools, it's about the feeling, you know? Because you can want something and visualize it all you want, but if you're like, I need it, how does that feel in your body? That feels like restrictive and not expansive. So it's about what makes you feel the best. Like when we're talking raise your vibration, really what we're saying is like raise your emotional state, and things are attracted to you. People want to work with you. People don't want to work with you when they can sense like there's this like, I need it energy. When you're just living your life, people are drawn to that. Things are drawn to that. And it flows to you so much easier, and people can feel your vibe. It doesn't matter what you're saying or just thinking, like people can feel energy, and that's what it's all about.
Wow, awesome. So actually let's dive into that bit a little bit more, because you know, there might be some people watching this video right now and they're in a really good place and they're feeling great, and so maybe it's easy to just jump on board with the technique like this and go, okay, cool, I'm gonna add it to my routine. But what if there are some people watching who are currently in a place where they really do feel like they need something desperately, and they're trying really hard to kind of maybe dilute or ease that desperate feeling so that they can be in more of a place where they're feeling like they can trust? Or you said that you don't do it every day, like maybe there are some people who are not having a good day or a good period of their life, like what would you recommend to help people get out of that?
Yeah, so like myself, for example, if I'm feeling like in that lack, like irritation, like, oh, it's not working kind of vibration,
yeah,
that is my sign to not force the manifestation tools, to take a step back and maybe do more so some like healing work. Because like, and I always go back to the feelings. Our body is constantly giving us signals. So when you're feeling expansive, that's like my signal of, okay, this is gonna flow easy. This is like gonna be effortless, manifestation, all of it. But when I'm feeling constricted, that's my signal to like pull back and do more self-care, because it doesn't matter how much you like push and go and try, your body's screaming at you to look inside and stop like thinking that it's in manifesting things that will shift the way you feel. Because here's the thing, here is the big thing. The things that we want to manifest, we don't even want those things. Yeah, we might want those things like to some degree, but we want the feeling that we think that those things will bring us. So you being in that feeling of, oh, I need it, like everything's bad, there's a disconnect there. And so again, our body gives us signals. So what can that signal mean to you now? Can that signal mean, okay, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm just gonna take some time to journal out, not just like script about the future and what I want and just gratitude, but maybe just like emotionally, like dump it out on a page, like get it out of your system, like all the things you might be holding in, because a lot of people in manifestation have this misconception thinking that they can't express the pain and they can't say anything negative, quote, negative, because they'll manifest that. But that can also create some buildup of that emotion and suppression. And as you may have heard, what we resist persists. So like, let it out. Get it out on a page. If you have a safe friend to express it to, do so. But just let it out, process it. And if you want, burn that paper. I always, every month on the full moon, I always write out all the things I want to release, all of the things that I've been holding in, and I let myself cry if I have buildup, and then I burn it. And it's always such a release. Like, I'm acknowledging this and I'm acknowledging that I want to release this, because I believe that when we're holding everything in and we're holding on to all of this struggle and this pain, we are just like bogged down in our energy. We don't even have space in our field to allow the things in that we want, because it's just like taking up all of our space, you know? So to really, in those moments, it doesn't have to be about manifestation. It doesn't have to be about having a positive mindset. Like, take care of yourself, because it's all about the feeling. And you'll also realize that you can get the things that you want from a hustle mentality and from like striving and forcing, but you're gonna get there and you're gonna be like, wait, I don't feel any different. I thought that getting this thing would make me feel different, but I still feel miserable, because you're not realizing it's not about the thing. If you're not happy, the thing's not gonna make you happy. So I don't know if that answered any of your question, but that's what came out.
So you actually, it was brilliant that you were actually able to go and visit a place that fitted the description of the kind of place you wanted to move into. But what would you say for people who maybe that's not possible? Maybe they're in a lockdown, or maybe the place they want to be is in another country or something like that. You know, is it an essential step to actually to go in there and walk around your dream apartment?
I don't think it's essential, but I think it's a big, huge bonus. And if you can't do that, another alternative, which I forgot to mention this, I would also go on like websites where they have postings of apartments or homes, and you can see them virtually. Like there's virtual 3D tours. And so I'd go on there and just like look at all the different places. So if there is a specific place you want to go or a location, start looking on those sites in those areas and see what's there and just get excited about it in that way.
Okay, so to summarize, so that the people watching have, because I'm sure there's lots of people who are going to be raring to like put this into their daily practice. Yeah. So if you could give them like a summary of what does their practice look like from now on if they want to emulate what you did? Decide
what you want. Step 1, decide. Decide what you want, and then also in that decision, be open. Be open, like this or something better, something more in alignment, because I do think we get caught sometimes with it has to be this, and then we get that like, that tension in us. So this or something better. This is what I prefer, but also I'll take something better. So guide me, universe. I'm open to that too. But have a general idea. From there, I definitely would recommend some sort of scripting practice, whether it's my techniques or Lucie's technique, whatever feels good for you. Again, whatever feels good for you. If writing about it more than once in a week makes you feel like a desperation over it, don't do it. If it's like exciting and you're like, I'm living in this feels good, then do it. Or maybe you start doing it where you're scripting somewhat often, and then you get to this place where it's feeling tense. Then that's your sign again to like, let's pull back and recenter and focus on the present and self-care, meditate, go outside, go on a walk, feel good, play. Play is always a cure for those dense feelings. So decide, start scripting. I highly recommend a visualization practice. I have several visualizations that are on YouTube, not that I have created, but I have several visualizations that I use. I actually do have I have a recorded visualization that I did create, so if you want, you can give them a link to that.
Sure, we'll put it in the description.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so get into visualization. And we'll talk about this more in another time, because we'll be filming more videos and I'll go deeper into scripting and visualization. But one thing about as you visualize, try to bring in all of your senses. It's not just like it's not like That's So Raven, you know, That's So Raven where she like has this vision of the future, like she's in a psychic moment, but it's like you're using your creativity to picture and just bring it to life in your mind and use all your senses. Like maybe in your visualization, you're drinking a cup of tea in the morning. You know what that tastes like, so try to envision that, like the warmth and the flavor and like feeling the marble countertops or whatever that may look like. So just bringing all of your senses into it, yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I've never felt my dream apartment's countertops until right now.
Yes,
that's cool.
Right? That smooth, cold, like those bright. I mean, you showed me your future home situation, so I'm visualizing it for you right now.
Thank you. You feel my counters
Feeling
too?
Those counters, yeah. So those steps, and then I would add in to take some inspired action. Again, not force, not like I need to go hustle to make this happen, but like that inspired action can be go look at those sites online and like get curious. Maybe you are in a place where it's not locked down and you can just put yourself in the physical environment, and maybe if that place is far away and you would have to fly there, go somewhere similar. Like where is a similar vibe? Maybe if you want to live somewhere that's luxury, go to like a really nice neighborhood. That's one thing I do. I'll go and take walks in beautiful neighborhoods, just getting in that energy and seeing the beauty and just like taking it all in. So it doesn't have to be in the exact place if you can't get there, but just in some sort of energy that you envision that future to feel like. Another thing, can I add one more tool in?
Yes, please.
This tool, it's called emotional resourcing. So, and we do it in visualization, but feeling, however we think there is no there, but however we think there will feel, like once we get there, then I'll feel this. How can you bring that feeling into your body right now? So one thing I like to do is like close my eyes, take myself through a little meditation, take some breaths, and just envision. It can be that visualization, but just envisioning what that excited, expansive feeling feels like. Maybe a time that I've felt like successful or excited or just overjoyous. Like, how does that feel in your body? Because even just by thinking of those emotions, you can conjure them up in your body. That's like a quick way to raise your vibration, just by thinking of the emotion that you want or think that that thing will bring you. You can just, yeah, conjure it up in your body now and just get in that energy now.
Amazing. Literally one of my most recent videos is about becoming a vibrational match to it, and also kind of unwrapping what does that law of attraction jargon mean. And I think what you said there is the definition.
Yeah.
Becoming a vibrational
match.
match.
Exactly.
Incredible. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Annie. You've packed so much inspiration and information into this short video. And I'm sure that if my subscribers want to learn more and actually get a view of your apartment and everything, they can see all of that on your channel, can't they?
I do have an apartment tour, and so much that you can definitely check it out.
Oh, that would be such a great help, I'm sure. So go check out Annie's channel, guys, if you haven't done so already. I'll put the link in the description below. And this is not going to be the last video that we're doing together. In fact, this is just the first. So stay tuned on both our channels. There's going to be more great content coming with Annie. So thank you so much again, Annie. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you. And check out the video that we're doing on my channel with Lucie. So, yay!
Yes, that's uploaded the same day as this one. Amazing. Double whammy. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and remember to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Until next time, bye!